When one thinks of Cuba, the things that come to mind are sun, beach, music, rum. But there's an art exhibit that's set to change all of that. Hi, I'm Christine on WatchMojo.com. We're at Cuba, art in history from 1868 to today. What makes Cuban art so unique that you devoted an entire show to it?
What makes it special is that Cuba really held a very unique position over the century and since its history. It was the richest Latin American country for decades, if not centuries, and it developed a sense of uniqueness because it was an island and something that is very, very special. They have these great historical events, the wars with the United States, with Spain, the revolution, and then the Fidel Castro revolution in '59. And then they have this unique condition of being maybe one of the last communist countries in a world that has moved away from communist utopias. Certainly because of the embargo, it is not as well known to us as it should be. So when we saw this history, we said, my God, it's rich, it's consistent, it's unique, it's a singular narrative, and you can't confuse it with any other. And we said, well, this is not just a project to do. There's not just a project. We should do an overall survey of Cuban art over the last century. It has never been done, and we should undertake this.
It also combines European culture and African culture, as well as Christianity and some other aspects of spirituality, like Santeria, for example.
Well, that's another aspect of Cuban history that makes it so rich. This blend of European culture with the black African slave culture. All this mixed up in what they call mestizos culture. And certainly the exhibition shows this. There is a revival of roots, Afro-Cuban roots, starting in the 30s and 40s, mostly with Wilfredo Lam. And this is an important dimension of their way of conceiving themselves, of their identity, of their art, of their culture.
Part of this exhibit includes a large number of photographs. Can you tell us how these photographs fit into the exhibit?
It allows for the documentation of history, mostly in the earlier years, the documentation of society, of class struggles, of poverty, of political and historical events. Art responds in various ways to history, but photography, let's say, for many years at the beginning of the century, documented what was happening in a very direct way. But then photography also has a key role in the revolutionary period, and we have these great photographers of Cuban revolution, Corda, who made this famous image of Che that's on every t-shirt. The photographic moments of Cuba were very strong, and we thought that they needed to be shown.